Another dream is within reach. A student opens up a book. An entrepreneur takes another look.
Every community has people others naturally look toward. Sometimes they hold public office. Sometimes they coach youth sports. Sometimes they organize volunteers. Sometimes they quietly lead simply because they care enough to step forward. Leadership is not always about authority. Often it begins with service. Tonight our panel explores an important question. What makes a great community leader? Welcome to the Thunderdome. Good evening and welcome back to America Together Radio. Last episode we explored how communities solve problems together. Tonight we focus on the people who help guide those efforts. What qualities inspire confidence? How do leaders earn respect? And how can ordinary citizens develop leadership in their own communities?
So this isn't just about mayors and managers.
Not at all. Leadership appears anywhere someone helps others move toward a worthwhile goal. Tonight we'll discuss humility, communication, responsibility, decision-making, and the example leaders set through everyday actions. Leadership is less about being in front and more about helping others move forward. President Pipeline, when you think of a truly great community leader, what quality comes to mind first? We'll hear your answer right after the break.
The tires roll beneath the mountains past rivers.
Welcome back. Tonight's question, what makes a great community leader? President Pipeline, will begin with you.
Thank you. The first quality that comes to mind is example. People pay attention to what leaders do long before they remember what leaders say. A leader who keeps promises, shows respect, admits mistakes, and continues learning creates confidence through consistent actions.
So leadership is demonstrated.
Exactly. Leadership is something people witness, not something a title automatically provides.
So the best leaders aren't asking, "How important am I?" They're asking, "How can I help?"
That's a much healthier starting point. Service keeps leadership connected to people.
Liberty Jack, your perspective.
Great leaders create room for others to contribute. They don't demand loyalty. They earn respect. They welcome thoughtful questions because confident leadership doesn't fear honest discussion.
So strong leaders don't have all the answers.
No, strong leaders build teams capable of finding better answers together.
One of the strongest leadership habits is listening before deciding. People are far more likely to support decisions when they know they were heard.
Humility is often underrated. It allows leaders to keep improving instead of pretending to be perfect.
So leadership isn't about being the loudest voice.
Often it's about helping everyone else find theirs. After the break, Lady Progress discusses compassionate leadership. Captain Constitution explores stewardship, responsibility, and earning public confidence. Stay with us.
Let's watch the years roll by.
Welcome back. Tonight we're exploring what makes a great community leader. So far we've talked about leading by example, humility, and listening. Now let's hear two more perspectives. Lady Progress, what quality do you believe every community leader should develop?
Compassion. Leadership isn't only about organizing projects. It's about remembering that every decision affects real people. Great leaders ask not only, "What can we accomplish?" They also ask, "How will people experience this?"
So empathy improves leadership.
Absolutely. People are more willing to follow leaders who genuinely care about them.
Captain Constitution, your perspective.
Stewardship. Leadership is not ownership. It is the temporary responsibility to care wisely for something entrusted to you. Good leaders respect established processes, communicate honestly, and leave their organizations stronger than they found them.
So leadership is measured by what remains afterward.
Very often, yes. A lasting legacy is built through faithful stewardship.
President Pipeline, what stands out to you?
Leadership should multiply leadership. A great leader doesn't create followers forever. A great leader helps other people discover they can lead too.
Confident leaders aren't threatened by capable teammates.
They celebrate the success of others.
And they prepare the next generation to carry responsibility well.
So if you're doing all the work yourself, forever maybe you forgot to teach somebody else.
Delegation can be an act of leadership. Market Maverick off microphone, especially when somebody else remembers to bring the donuts. After the break, Market Maverick discusses execution and building successful teams. Professor Data explores research on effective leadership, and the People's Advocate shares practical ways anyone can begin leading in their own community. Stay with us.
I'm Jeremy Levan. Rural communities understand problems that national politics often ignores. Distance, roads, hospitals, water, agriculture, energy, broadband, schools, and local services are not abstract issues. They are daily realities. America Together 2028 wants those voices included.
The morning sun climbs from the river.
Welcome back. Tonight we've discussed leading by example, compassion, stewardship, and helping others grow. Now let's explore what happens after a leader brings people together. How do successful teams stay successful? Market Maverick, what separates an effective team from a struggling one?
Clarity. People need to know the mission, understand their role, and trust one another. Good leaders remove obstacles instead of creating them. They celebrate progress, solve problems quickly, and keep everyone moving toward the same objective.
So leadership is about helping others succeed.
Exactly. The best leaders make it easier for other people to do their best work.
Professor Data, what does research tell us about effective leadership?
Healthy organizations often share several characteristics: clear communication, defined expectations, mutual trust, constructive feedback, continuous learning. Successful leaders create environments where improvement is expected rather than feared.
So mistakes can become lessons.
When handled thoughtfully, they often do.
People's Advocate, many listeners don't think of themselves as leaders. Where can they begin?
Leadership begins with initiative. Volunteer for a project. Help organize an event. Offer encouragement. Welcome newcomers. Be dependable. You don't need permission to become someone others can count on.
Quick thoughts.
Leadership grows through service.
Strong teams are built on trust and responsibility.
People flourish when they feel valued.
Good leadership creates confidence through consistency.
Healthy communities develop leaders for the future, not just the present.
After the break, each mascot shares one leadership principle they hope every future community leader remembers. Then we'll conclude tonight's discussion and preview our next episode. Stay with us.
Coffee steaming in the dawn again. Windmill turning slow against the sky. Another day is waking up.
Welcome back. Tonight we've explored what makes a great community leader. We've talked about example, humility, compassion, stewardship, teamwork. Now let's close with one final question. If you could leave every future community leader with one guiding principle, what would it be?
Lead in a way that helps others discover their own ability to lead. The greatest legacy is not followers. It's more leaders.
Protect the freedom of others to contribute. Strong leaders create space for honest ideas and respectful disagreement.
Never forget the people behind every decision. Compassion gives leadership its purpose.
Treat every responsibility as a trust placed in your care. Stewardship outlives titles.
Plant trees whose shade you may never sit beneath. Leadership should always consider future generations.
Build systems that continue working even when you're away. A healthy organization shouldn't depend on one person forever.
Encourage the quiet voices in the room. Sometimes tomorrow's leader is simply waiting for an invitation.
Keep learning. The best leaders remain curious, adaptable, and willing to improve.
Great leadership is rarely loud. It is dependable. It listens before speaking, serves before asking to be served, builds trust before asking for confidence, and leaves people stronger than they were before. Communities remember leaders who helped others succeed. That legacy can begin with any one of us.
What's next inside the Thunderdome?
Next time we explore Episode 014, how can we prepare the next generation? We'll discuss mentoring, education, apprenticeships, civic learning, and creating opportunities for young people to thrive. You've been listening to America Together Radio, simulated mascot debate Thunderdome. Today's discussion featured fictional mascot characters created to explore civic ideas through respectful conversation. The characters are fictional. Their conversations are intended to encourage thoughtful dialogue, constructive leadership, and stronger communities. Thank you for listening. Until next time, keep serving, Keep encouraging, keep leading, and we'll see you inside the Thunderdome.
The same as they have through the years, watching seasons come